Hello, I'm Lance Dean, co-founder of 2GIG Technologies. Thank you for joining me today. What we'd like to talk to you today about is the advantages of 2GIG and why we are one of the #1 products in the industry. We'll also be hearing from some of the 2GIG dealers about what they've been seeing in the field and how they're using the 2GIG product line to advantage their business. Let's get started. Let's talk about key partners. Let's start with Alarm.com. Alarm.com is a interactive services that's the back end to 2GIG. In fact, we use the Alarm.com GSM card or SIM card in our panel. Alarm.com has over 500,000 active customers in the US. They have 95% coverage in the US and Canada. They're the company that provides the interactive remote monitoring solutions for the home and business owners. Some of the things that you can do on Alarm.com is you can check the status, you can remote arm and disarm, you can check the history of your system, you can even do live monitoring and record video. The property rights include crash and smash, two-way voice over cell, and interactive services. Alarm.com is teamed with T-Mobile and AT&T. And one crucial thing we can do is we can manage your home automation. You can turn your thermostat on and off, your lights on, open doors, locks, and so forth. So these are the things that you can do, and some of the features you're able to do with Alarm.com through the 2GIG system. One of our key partners is Z-Wave. Z-Wave is a wireless mesh network technology that allows all these devices to work in your home or business to our control panel. We actually have a Z-Wave chip built in every one of our control panels. So our control panel has the home automation package built in every system. These key partners are crucial to 2GIG because of the new technology that these partners are bringing to our security system. The next thing I'd like to talk about are some trends and statistics that I'd like to deliver to you. In fact, in January 2004, 4.4% of adults had cell coverage only in their home. In December of 2007, 14.5% had cell coverage only. And in 2008, 20% of households had VoIP service. And at the end of 2009, there was an estimated of 50% all homes had VoIP or cell only coverage. There's an estimated of 700,000 phone lines being dropped per month. So this gives us some great opportunities in the security industry. As we all know, phone lines are being dropped or going away. The telcos are even saying it's not sustainable, it's too costly to have the infrastructure. So what we're looking at is the demise of the phone line. And so this gives us a lot of opportunity in the security panel, and how we do this is through the GSM radio. So more companies are beginning to offer interactive services. Consumers are addicted to information anytime and anywhere. Usage of PDAs and iPhones are on the rise. Just look at the numbers of how many millions they sell. Home automation is moving to the mainstream. They estimate 4 million home automation systems will be installed by the year 2013. Home energy is estimated at 50 million smart readers are to be installed in the next 4 to 5 years. So consumers are becoming much more aware how to consume their electricity and manage their energy. Home healthcare expects to be $207 billion industry by 2014, and telemedicine and home healthcare monitoring is on the rise as we get older. Since the industry is changing so much, our panel is a smart panel. Our panel can deliver all these new applications to you in the future by just downloading through the GSM network a new application. We'll be working on many new applications for the 2GIG panel, and this is one of the advantages of our product. It's a smart panel. Just like the people out there using smartphones, we can download and deliver new services, new apps for all the homeowners and business owners. So now I'd like to talk about the 2GIG Go Control Panel. Let me talk a little bit about the features of this product and why this product is now installed over 200,000 homes since April of 2010. We plan to be in 2011 in over 350,000 more homes, so by the end of the year we'll be in over 500,000 homes in North America. A couple features that are the advantages of our product is our LCD touchscreen. Our screen is made by Sharp. It's the same screen that's used in all the Garmins. Once you add a touchscreen to a panel, first of all, the homeowners actually see the added value. It's more intuitive, it's easier to use, it's easier to program, and it's easier to install. But through that touchscreen is that we can get to the security portion. So let me talk a little bit about what we do. When you go through the green button in the security portion, we can get to all the arming options. Arm away, stay, quick arm, exit, bypass, all conveniently through the green button, through the security button. The blue button beneath that is the home automation button. That's what drives all the Z-Wave devices in your home. So once you hit the home control button, this is driving all your thermostats, your lighting, your locks, whatever Z-Wave devices you plan to use in this home automation system, this is what's driving these Z-Wave devices. We can do two-way voice through the GSM radio, meaning that the panel is listening to your home through the central station. Some of the advantages that we have with the two-way voice response is when they do verify the alarm, that gets higher priority to a response. And so many of our security dealers are using two-way voice as a key feature in this panel. Through any smartphone device, we can control the system anywhere in the world. If you're on vacation somewhere and you want to arm or disarm the panel, you would just go to a smartphone and control that through there. Over-the-air update. This is one of the key features that we have in our panel. In fact, this is really what's called, the industry's calling the 2GIG, the iPhone of the industry. Over-the-air updates means that our panel is flashable, it's changeable. We can download new apps, new versions to the panel. So this panel is a smart panel. Unlike the panels that have been out today, you can't change new versions, you can't add new apps, so this is a key feature that we have. When we talk about convenience, what we mean is that it's a self-contained unit with a snap-in GSM radio that monitors up to 24-hour backup, allows up to 8 user codes, and has 48 wireless zones. We also have 2 quick access buttons as well on the panel. We have a home button, so at any time you can get to the home screen as you're going through the security or home control buttons. And we also have an emergency button. So we would tap the emergency button, and on the screen you would have 3 emergencies that would pop up, and you would actually push that emergency on the screen for 2 seconds and it would send a signal to the central station. We also provide date, time, and weather on the screen. The weather is delivered through the GSM radio through the zip code, and that date, time, and weather is scrolling throughout the screen as well. We give full voice response as well, meaning the panel gives clear notification that indicates a system's status, zone descriptions, and alarms and emergencies. So the panel talks to you as well. So it's another high perceived value that we have for the homeowner, as the panel talks to you as you're using the system. We have 48 wireless zones on the panel. We have 2 hardwire zones. We have 8 user codes. We have a 24-hour backup battery, the quick arm, disarm. We have the snap-in GSM radio with a crash and smash feature. It's a feature that is delivered by Alarm.com. But in the past, the traditional alarm system has a phone line, and that could be cut, so it's vulnerable. And other self-contained products is vulnerable by being smashed or crashed, and there's no communications that will happen. Through the 2GIG system, it's built in. If our panel is ever smashed on or crashed, the Alarm.com servers are waiting for a disarm. And if it doesn't see a disarm by 3 minutes, which it will not get a disarm because someone has come in and violated the system, the signal still gets sent from Alarm.com to the central station that there is a smash and crash in progress. So it's a key feature that we have at 2GIG that many other manufacturers don't have. We also have security messaging capability. We can give tornado warnings, hurricane warnings, and these are life safety warnings that we deliver to the panel. We also do remote control panel settings. In fact, through Alarm.com, we can get to every aspect of our panel through the GSM radio, meaning that you don't need to have to run a service call to every one of your systems to check on what's going on. You can actually get to all the programming in our panel through the GSM radio. Big advantage we have there as well. I'd like to talk to you now about our wireless peripheral line. Our wireless technology is 345 megahertz. So that's the same frequency as the Honeywell 5800 series. So we can use any 5800 series by Honeywell on our product as well. Some of the products that we have is we have a thin door window contact. We have a passive infrared with pet immunity. We have key fobs. We have smoke detector, glass break detector. We have a panic button. And one thing I'd like to talk to you about is a product we invented a couple of years ago called the Takeover Module, a 345 megahertz takeover module. This device allows you to take over hardwired devices that are already in the home. For example, if you already have hardwire in an existing house, whether it's door, window contacts, motion detectors, or glass break detectors, this product will go back to those devices, back to that panel, and take over those devices and communicate it wirelessly to our panel individually and supervised. So a wonderful product to have. It's one of our most used products in the industry, especially for markets that have tons of pre-wires or that their homeowners are just trying to upgrade from their existing system to a newer system and adding the GSM radio and all the functionality that 2GIG does. So I mentioned earlier about Z-Wave. I want to talk a little bit about how that works with our control panel. If you actually take a Z-Wave device, in fact, let's take our thermostat. If you add a thermostat to the system, our panel then becomes a color touchscreen thermostat. So now we can have up to 200 Z-Wave devices work with our panel. Now our controller becomes the home automation system where we can manage your lighting, your locks, your thermostats all from one location. For example, let's say you had 3 thermostats in a home. and you had a thermostat upstairs and a basement and maybe in the master bedroom, you would go to our panel and hit thermostats. You would then touch the next button that would give you the thermostat you want to control, and we can do all the controlling of all these different thermostats from our control panel as well. Same with lights. If you want to turn lights on from outside or in a basement or in a hall, it's all controlled for our control panel as well. And locks, we can now add Z-Wave locks to a home, and you can lock your locks at night by just hitting one button, or you can basically go to that lock and put your code in and arm and disarm the system all from that Z-Wave lock as well. We can tie in all these Z-Wave devices into scenes. For example, if someone comes home and they want their thermostat to be a certain temperature when they're at their home, or if they want a light on, or they want their blinds to be open or closed, they would actually just run that scene. A couple popular scenes that we have is a vacation scene. When someone goes on vacation, they can run this scene, and it would run all these home automation devices exactly how they want it run when they're not home. A real popular scene to run would be a nighttime scene when they're going to bed. If they want their thermostats to go down to a certain temperature, their lights to go off, their locks to lock in their home, then they would run that scene as well. Another really cool feature that we have besides the scenes is these event rules. If a fire event occurs, what would you like the system to do? The system then here shows that the thermostats would go off. Every 77 seconds in America, there's a home burning down, and it's the smoke that actually kills. So what we'd like to do in a 2 gig system that's tied to a thermostat is automatically during a fire condition is turn your HVAC off and get the smoke from being blown in the rooms. But we can add a lot more rules to this, and we would scroll over and turn lights on, and you would hit OK and create a rule. So here again, the fire condition, if we had one, you would turn your thermostat and HVAC off, and you would also turn your lights on in case it's night and they want to get an exit path out the door. Then we would create these rules. What do you want to happen during alarm? A popular feature would be scroll down again and hit lights on, hit OK, you've created this rule. Now what happens is during alarm condition, your lights would come on, so you would basically scare away the intruder. If you scrolled over and you turn to entry delay or exit delay, you can now control your thermostats. For example, if I hit exit delay and I scroll over to my thermostat and I turn my thermostat off or down 5 degrees, then that rule would happen when they leave. When you come home and you've created a rule for entry delay, you would turn your thermostats back on to a certain temperature. And the one key thing about this is the Department of Energy says in a home of 2,000 square feet, if you lower your temperature by 4 degrees, you'll save an average of $185 a year. I will tell you that a couple of dealers that put the system in their own business save $70 on one thermostat just by making the thermostats go off when their last employee left and when their employees came back in. Big money savings on this feature. So 2 gig is committed to deliver you newer products. We're committed to the products that people want. For example, we have a new touchscreen coming out which is bi-directional. You'll be able to add these bi-directional keypads in different parts of your homes that is touchscreen. We also have new Z-Wave locks. We're working with a few partners that will provide the locks for your home as well. We have a vanishing door sensor, meaning that you can actually tie a sensor into your garage door, use your key fob to enroll, and arm and disarm your system while controlling your opening and closing your garage door as well. Many new Z-Wave devices are coming out daily, it seems like. So whether it's 2 gig delivering you these devices or other Z-Wave manufacturers, you're going to see many more Z-Wave devices delivered to you in the future as well. We believe there's a wish list from the dealer, and what I'd like to talk to you about is what 2 gig and how we address the wish list of the dealers. One of the wishes is how do they increase the closing ratio? Well, with 2 gig, the equipment becomes a differentiator and a key component to the sales process. It's an attractive product, it's new technology, and increased functionality. We know that their closing ratio on average is about 25% higher with a 2 gig product over traditional alarm systems. Also, another wish list is increase the selling price. Well, how does a dealer increase their selling price? With high quality color touchscreen, easy to use, all these money saving features that we have, you can increase your price at the door. We'll talk a little bit about with some dealers how they do that as well. Create more RMR. Dealers want to create more RMR at the door. How do they create this more RMR, recurring monthly revenue? With the Z-Wave radio, the home management solutions, All these RMR generation applications like the weather. We're working on GPS, thermostat control. Dealers, the 2 gig dealers are getting much more RMR with the 2 gig product line. Also, a dealer's wish list is to lower their labor cost. How do we do that? Well, with 2 gig, the simplified installation process, fewer service calls, fewer on-site calls to the central station because how easy it is to use. We're going to lower your labor cost. Also, one of the key components to the wish list is lower your attrition. How does 2 gig lower the dealer's attrition? With the additional functionality of the system, it's a higher usage per homeowner. Homeowners that use their system will not attrit. So we know that with the 2 gig system, with all the features that we have through home automation, color touchscreen, interactive services, much higher use with this system will lead to a lower attrition rate. I'm here with Curtis with American Defense Systems. I'd like to ask Curtis a few questions about 2 gig. I know that Curtis's company switched to 2 gig about 7 months ago, and he's got some great information for us and for the viewers about some of the things that he's doing in the field. Curtis, I'd like to talk to you since you've moved to 2 gig. What have you seen as far as your attrition rate?
Our attrition rate is practically nothing. We've had one cancellation in the 7 months that we've had the system. Compared to when we were with another program, different product, we were having a lot higher turnover.
Do you find that because the homeowners are actually using their system more, or the features?
I think that they like the touch screen. Everybody likes the new technology. They see the savings and they're not having to have a phone bill, their electricity, being able to effectively manage their security and their home services.
Now, what kind of upfront money are you getting from the 2 gig product compared to what you were getting?
We're averaging around $200.
$200, which before was, I think you were doing free systems pretty much, correct?
Free systems, $69 to $99.
And then I think your monthly monitoring rate's gone up as well. What's the advantages there?
Our average rate went up $12. It was $35 a month, but we're average about $47, $48 a month.
That's a great jump. I think another question I'd like to talk to you about is a company like you, attrition is a big deal, or chargebacks if you're part of a dealer program. You are part of a dealer program, and when you have less chargebacks, that's kind of a big deal for a company, isn't it?
It'll put you out of business really quick, and we've been really thankful for the 2 gig product because our customers are much happier and they're paying their bills.
Right. Now, one other thing I know homeowners love is the interactive service, the way they can control their systems through a smartphone. Is that something that you guys sell?
That's primarily most of everything we do sell. People like the convenience of being able to know what's going on at their home. They get faster monitoring through text message, email, and being able to control their thermostat and lighting from their phone or internet.
One more question I have for you is that your closing ratio. Tell me about what you see in the 2 gig product on a closing ratio per a traditional alarm system.
You really had to sell a traditional alarm system. With this system, you can just go out there, show them. Everybody's like, ooh, it's an awesome system, and our closing ratio is much better.
Great. Thanks, Curtis, for sharing your information to us and other dealers. And I hope you too find out the advantages that the 2 gig product can make for your business as well. Hi, I'm with Mike Shirley from Hawk Security Systems. Hawk Security Systems is one of the leading providers in the DFW and around Texas. And they recently rolled out Texas in 2 gig, so I'd like to ask Mike a few questions if you don't mind. So you've rolled out 2 gig now. How's it been since you've rolled it out?
It's been great. We rolled out first week of February, and since then it's really been a game changer for us. It's kind of gotten us out of the normal rat race of the zero down into more of a product and features sale, which has generated quite a bit more upfront revenue and higher recurring.
I do hear that a lot, that the 2 gig is a game changer. In fact, how has that changed? Is it more money up front that you're getting with the 2 gig system?
Yeah, quite a bit more. Historically, we ran somewhere between $60 and $100 average per deal from a zero down up to that point. And with 2 gig, we're over $250.
That's great. That's a big jump.
Huge jump.
What about monthly? Now with these interactive services and all the things that can do, are you getting more monthly with the 2 gig system?
Absolutely. We actually only sell the 2 gig with all of the features. We don't sell a kind of a basic version of it at all.
So you're doing 2 gig with two-way voice, GSM?
Every bit of it with the Empower, all of it. So we kind of sell a loaded up version of it.
That's great.
And it's taken our average recurring on an alarm sale from around $30 to just over $47. So it's jumped up quite a bit.
So it's also kind of brought your creation multiple down as well.
Well, yeah, absolutely, because the money up front and the higher recurring lowers that creation multiple by a
So
lot.
you also have a door knocking program, correct?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your sales team once they learned about 2GIG and maybe the response that they've had with the product.
It's been overwhelming. They latched onto it. The excitement, the early excitement that you expected has lasted. And even right now, we're over a full month into it, and they're still just as excited, and no sign of anything slowing down with those guys. It was definitely a shot of adrenaline into the sales force.
Let me ask you about small commercial. I hear a lot of dealers been telling me wonderful stories about owners of these retail and commercial places that loving the features of 2GIG. Are you doing small commercial retail with 2GIG?
Absolutely, yeah. And the owners love it. It's to us it feels like it's custom made for a small business owner to have the interactive features, to be able to know what his employees are doing, and manage his energy as well. They love it.
Great. I love what you're saying. It sounds like you're getting more money up front. You're getting more money monthly. The salespeople are excited. The homeowners and business owners are excited about the product, and maybe it is a game changer for the industry.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I've been in the business over 25 years and manufactured other products and repped other products, and I've never seen anything like the 2GIG product. The response that I've seen with the dealers and homeowners has been something I've never seen before. I'm more excited about this product than any product that I've ever sold in the security industry. If you take a chance and just look at this product, try one out, I promise you this will change your business, and you'll see why 2GIG has become so popular so fast. Here are some of the key contact information that you should know about: our technical support and customer service line, and our sales and marketing phone numbers and emails. So you've seen a lot here about 2GIG and some of the things that we do. I want to thank you for your time. Please check us out on Facebook and go to our website at 2gig.com for more information. Again, thank you so much, and I know 2GIG is a game changer and will change your business as well.